I lost my mother to a demon. Yet that girl's a Therion. I don't even know what I want anymore.
Hey, that's pretty! You like to look at that thing, don't you?
Yes, my mother... Someone very important to me gave me this. I treasure it a lot. Looking at it gives me strength. Do you want to see it?
Yeah! Ah! What's wrong? My face! It's scary! I don't want to look like that! I don't want my mommy to hate me! Mommy! Mommy!
When I was her age, that's just how I cried. Kamoana, I want you to see this.
That huge owie! What happened?
It's big and ugly, isn't it? There are scary things about my body, too. But do you think I'm scary, Kamoana?
No, not at all. But are you alright? Does that hurt?
Thanks, sweetie. I'm alright, I promise.
What about me? Do you think I'm scary?
You're such a sweetheart, Kamoana. Nobody could ever be scared of you. Not me, not your mother, not Laphicet. You don't have to cry anymore. It'll be okay. I promise.
Okay. That scar, was it from a demon?
Yeah. They attacked my village when I was a girl. I was so hurt I couldn't move. But my mother lured them away from me so I could survive.
What happened to her?
The last thing she said to me was, "Stay strong and keep living."
Oh.
Come to the deck. Grimoire says she's learned something from the book. Hey, why's your face so red?
It's nothing.
Somehow, I doubt that.
It's nothing, I swear.
Do you all remember the second verse of that song Laphicet read earlier?
4 Empyreans may tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therion shall be forever reborn in sight of the full crimson moon.
Right. That's what I've gathered you all here to discuss. And we think that passage means that Innominat and the Therions will be revived by a chosen one, right? Yes, but the shall be forever reborn part kept bothering me. I've reconsidered my analysis. Suppose that instead of someone being chosen by Innominat to create Therions, the song means that Innominat chooses who becomes Therions. But so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therions shall be forever reborn. What do you think that could mean? That someone receptive to Innominat's power will be reborn as a Therion.
Like Kamoana.
Which is to say that the Abbey figured out how to turn people into Therions, and then got right to work.
That's...
Are you really that surprised? Artorius has always been one to prioritize the many over the individual, as I well know. Another thing to consider is this wording about Therions being forever reborn. This could mean that one Therion will be reborn again and again, or it could mean that different Therions will be born to take their place. Meaning that even if you kill one, there are more waiting in line. They can't be wiped out.
Looks like prioritizing the one over the many was the right call this time, eh, Velvet?
I never said I wouldn't kill her, if it would prevent Innominat's reawakening. But Therions can't be killed. Not truly.
So, in a nutshell, if you kill one, Another person who's receptive to Innominat's power will be reborn as one.
Right. But the song says that 7 mouths feed the body. So there's only so many around.
If you don't kill them, the next ones won't be born.
Exactly. So we remove the 7 Therions from their Earth Pulse points instead. But then, we also have to protect them so the Abbey doesn't steal them back. Or kill them.
Sounds tricky. We've got to protect my bug, too.
Yeah, you take real good care of that thing now. Got it?
You bet I will.
In that case, we should probably work on securing a proper hideout for ourselves. You got a secret base or anything, Eisen?
It's every man's fantasy, but sadly, I don't.
We need a hard-to-find spot. One where we can guarantee a steady supply of malevolence for the Therions.
Somewhere devoid of people but full of malevolence. Real poser you got there. With the Abbey in control of the entire continent, finding a place like that will be easier said than done.
Meanwhile, Innominat's reawakening draws ever closer. We'll have to keep collecting our Therions while we search for a hideout. For now, let's just get to Loegres.
Hey, old man! Give me all the water and food you got!
Wait your turn, moron! I was drifting out at sea for 3 days! Almost died out there!
Wait here, poor you! You probably deserved it!
Say that again, wise ass! I dare ya!
Shut up, both of you! No one's getting anything until you pay me what you owe first.
Are they gonna be okay?
Don't pay them any mind. Sailors are just a short-tempered bunch, that's all.
Huh? The hell are you doing?
What's going on?
They've jacked up the price to dock our ship here.
Oh yeah? Some real balls you've got there, buddy.
If you lot want to moor here, that's the price you're gonna pay. Look, pirates are a liability to begin with, but calling your crew infamous these days would be putting it lightly. The more wanted you are, the more it's gonna cost to hide you. Capiche?
Hard to argue there. Benwick, just pay the man what he wants.
Yes, sir. You're such pushovers. You and the captain both.
I knew I could count on you to come through, Eisen. Pleasure doing business with you.
Looks like I'm causing you trouble.
It comes with the job. Don't sweat it. Some sailors just have longer tempers than others.
Noted.
In that case, by now, if Velvet is more wanted than before, that means there must be some kind of wanted poster, right? A poorly drawn wanted poster. What? This guy's got a conversation. Another rank 4 zone?
Alright, everything's all fixed up. Now to polish this ship from top to bottom.
You really throw your back into your work, don't you?
Why shouldn't I? The Von Eltia's our pride and joy, our weapon. And most importantly, our home.
I'm sure you've heard this before, but she's one odd-looking ship.
The Von Eltia was built by the Kingdom 12 years ago, using the very best technology available. She was designed for search and seizure operations on the high seas. Apparently, her unusual design comes from an engineer who is familiar with technology from the far continent.
But on her maiden voyage, a string of mysterious accidents took the lives of the captain, then the second, and then the third in command. People thought the ship was bad luck. She was about to be scrapped when Captain Eyfried came and snatched her for himself.
If the ship was bad luck, why did Eyfried want it?
Well, I'm sure part of it was that he wanted a sturdy ship, capable of reaching the far continent. But when I asked him why, he said, "She looks interesting."
She's too interesting if you ask me. We've been chased by storms, struck by icebergs, attacked by a giant whale. You name it.
3 years ago when the first mate arrived, it all made sense. To think we'd been haunted by a Reaper the whole time.
Oh, come on. Don't go blaming the captain and the first mate for every bad thing that happens. I bet you're all just frustrated because you're forced to go where they tell you.
None of us are forced to be here. We're here because we choose to be here, and we do so fully knowing what sort of men the captain and the first mate are.
Anyone can leave the crew whenever they like. We're free pirates, each of us, here because we want to be. Some of us love adventure, some are looking to test their fate, and some are just searching for a good place to die. We're a ragtag bunch of rogues, that's for sure, but not a one of us has died carrying regret or resentment.
So we're glad to help out you and yours, but you'd best not forget what we stand for.
I won't.
They're quite the crew, aren't they?
Were all those accidents truly caused by your power?
Yeah. I've been searching far and wide for a way to lift the Reaper's curse. But when I couldn't find a single thread to follow on this continent, I turned my eyes to the other side of the ocean.
And that's why you boarded this ship.
And a fine ship she is. The Von Eltia was built from 1,000-year-old wood, you know. Before I found my coin, she was my vessel. But then the accidents came.
And then Ifrid stole the ship. Did he know you were on board?
Definitely. He had pretty solid resonance going for him. Although at first, I think he assumed I was just a dour-eyed lubber worthy of little notice.
I suppose being a Reaper tends to take its toll like that.
No argument there. But still, whether they could see me or not, they didn't act any differently at all. I fought my damn curse with everything I had. And Ifrid and his crew fought right along with me. Hell, we even finally made it to the far continent.
And you didn't find anything there? To help with your curse?
I didn't even look.
But that's why you went there, isn't it?
Eventually, I just got tired of fighting back. The crew, they taught me how to feel alive. And the joy of pursuing my dreams alongside good friends.
Get together, Skipper. You need to learn some economic sense. Wait, doesn't sound right coming from a pirate. I took the boat out to go crabbing, only to come back with a net full of shrimp. That's not a problem. They both turn red when you boil them, so they're pretty much the same. Shrimp, crab, octopus, or squid. It's all the same in your stomach. Wait, squid doesn't turn red. Yeah, but I still like it, so what's the sense in quibbling? I'm sure you already know, but don't forget our exploratory voyages. I'm certain we'll discover things that'll help you in your fight. The London Highway is closed up north. The army won't suffer another embarrassing attack on the Empyrean throne. I'm able to play dice every night thanks to wanted criminals. If you need a place to dock, I'm your man. Nothing rattles that guy. Coming from you, that says a lot. We've got a huge order for supplies from the Von Village. They're doing well, it seems, and that helps us too. I went to the Assault in Southgate recently, and boy oh boy was I in for a shock. Do you know they eat pingyons down there? Pingyons, but they're so cute. I can't believe anyone would look at one like food. Speaking of food, the shipment you wanted came in. A whole crate of great A5 rapid meat. The very best. Oh, did it? Hooray, I can't get enough of that stuff. It's been so long since I've had a decent steak.
Just when are we gonna be allowed free access through Vortigern? Having to go all the way around it every time is far too inconvenient. If they insist on building a big gate over the sea, the least they can do is let honest folk through it.
I get why you're upset. But maybe they just haven't been able to devote the resources to fix it, after those savage demons wrecked the place. Look, those demons who attacked Helives are still on the loose, aren't they?
Yep, standing right here.
From what I heard, the demons who wrecked Vortigern were the same ones that killed the High Priest.
What? No way, wait a minute. The High Priest was killed?
Yeah. The official story is that he's injured or sick or something, but I heard differently.
Then no wonder they haven't had time for Vortigern. I hope the Abbey finds those demons quick. Those monsters need to pay for what they did.
Looks like our infamy is growing by the day.
Maybe they've even put a bounty on us by now.
They keep embellishing our escapades, though. I'm honestly a little hurt they're calling us monsters.
The more they embellish, the easier it is for us to get around. Confusion and panic will only help us.
After the incident with the High Priest, I realized that Abbey is keeping us in the dark about a lot of things. Well, not everyone needs to know everything, right? If I plot the wrong course, I don't go around shouting my mistake to the whole crew. Huh? I think that's worth it mentioning. The demons that raised Helives was recently attacked Loegres as well. And what's more, they use unknown arts to summon a dragon. They summon a dragon, that makes them more than ordinary demons. The Abbey needs to concentrate on putting them down before it's too late. Though they finally rebuilt the storehouse, they never did catch whoever burned it down. I'm disappointed in the Abbey. If they can't catch a mere arsonist, why are the Aldina plains to the east of Dunnan Highway closed off? There's been a string of terrible storms out there. The water's just isn't right. It really is the era of disaster. The invention of the compass and South Gan's unification paved the way for a century of advancement in sailing, but all the progress has gone to waste since the opening. Nowadays, even keeping the Abbey-managed routes open stretches the resources to the limit. It's a shame, really. If it weren't for Daemonblight, we'd be living in a new age of the sail. Regular voyages to the far continent. Can you imagine?
Man, I heard that the merchants in Port Reneed are making a killing now that the sea gate is shut tight.
No. Nothing compared to a merchant like you.
There are people profiting from this?
What are you talking about? Anyone who wants to head to North Gan has to sail around West Gan now. And those ships need to put into Port Reneed for supplies.
That is true. Still, it's only until Vortigern is repaired.
Your friends in Reneed wouldn't happen to be paying off the Abbey to delay repairs, would they?
You think that'd work on the Abbey? They're not as lax as the church was.
So that's it. You're in cahoots with the church.
Hey, relax. I'm just saying, there's a lot of nasty rumors circulating about those priests.
So not everyone's been hurt by Vortigern's closure. Interesting.
There's a front and back to every coin.
Except your coin only ever turns up tails.
If you sniff out any good deals, let me in, eh? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours and all that. Yeah, these are times when we need to help each other out. You got yourself a deal. The Abbey let me have a look at the Empyrean's throne. It's enormous, and the stairways are endless. Some demons snuck inside too, but the Shepherd and the Empyrean soon made short work of them. There have been rumors lately about demons outweighing the Abbey at every turn. Talk that stirs panic like that is criminal. Anyone who spreads that kind of gossip should be arrested.
The blood-winged butterflies operate in the Empire's shadows. Not even the Abbey knows their full scope beyond whispers and rumor. And you all have a connection to them, don't you?
Dark and interconnected is the underworld. We've heard voices in the shadows, glimpsed faces behind paper-thin masks.
The attack on High Priest Gideon. Was that at their behest?
Yeah, the Bloodwings asked us to take him out.
We did it in exchange for information that could lead us to Artorius.
Information? You would assassinate a man for mere information?
Yes. Information on the Shepherd who rules the world. Not a bad deal if you ask me.
We just work with them when our interests align. Nothing more.
That's the kind of thin justification I'd expect to hear from them, too.
But the Bloodwings were acting upon knowledge that the High Priest was harming the people of the city.
You're right. The incident with the nectar was the Church's failing. And it seems that the Bloodwing Butterfly Network goes further and deeper than we had thought.
They knew about the barrier at the throne, too.
And Velvet's expertise at dove mimicry.
Would you stop bringing that up?
Dove mimicry? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
There was a dove near the dock checkpoint. That's all.
Huh?
Right! It was a black, full-chested dove, wasn't it? Cuckoo!
A black, full-chested dove? Is that some sort of underworld code word?
Oh my goodness, they're stronger now.
Here we are, back in Loegres. It was a lot tougher to get in the first time.
More funny than tough, if you ask me.
Oh, you mean Velvet's little dove act? Coo, coo!
I'd be careful teasing her if I were you. You know how she can get.
Oh, don't act like you didn't enjoy it too. I'm sure you did, right? Good little boys don't lie to adults, you know.
I might have. Just a little.
Say it like a dove.
It was funny. Coo, coo.
Hey, Skitzarter, what's with all these birds? They scare me.
Is Inominat's book so difficult? Grimoire seemed perplexed by it.
Yeah. She said it was written in ancient Avarost, a language that uses Impressionist script.
I've never heard of Impressionist script.
Each character can have many different meanings and readings, depending on the emotion it's expressing and the way it relates to the characters around it. Some modest records on its grammar and structure survive, but none that say how to read the emotion the characters express. Grimoire said that you have to recreate the writer's feelings as a sort of starting point in order to read it.
I see. And you have a talent for that sort of thing?
I guess I do.
But a script based on emotions? That's as far removed from modern language as can be.
Yeah, it's completely unrelated apparently.
How can it be completely unrelated?
After the temperance of Avarost, the entirety of human civilization vanished. The language went with it.
Much as a blooming flower loses its petals, the Avarost civilization grew too far and came to its final end. The surviving buildings and ancient tools, the likes of which our technology cannot replicate, were the beginning of that end.
In any case, it sounds like deciphering that writing will take quite a while.
We aim to create a map of the whole world, so go out there and explore the outer seas. Some exorcist picked up a piece of potentite and a demon suddenly rushed in and stomped him. So rumors of demons attracted by potentite are true. Looks like honest men like ourselves should stay far away from this stuff. You've got it all wrong. I was just checking to see if the pantry was full. I wasn't trying to sneak a snack. Burp. Yeah, you certainly weren't snacking.
Did you guys hear? The search party that went to the Laban tunnel was wiped out by a demon.
Really? They were the ones out searching for Count Capelus, weren't they?
You mean the one who managed to get kidnapped? Despite everyone else at his manor, servants and children alike, getting killed? You'd think noblemen like that would have some decent exorcists among their personal guard.
Suppose he did. But I heard every blade there, sword and spear alike, was found chipped and cracked to hell.
What kind of demon could do that?
Who are the Capeluses?
They are one of the great noble lines, on par with Oscar's Dragonia family, and have served Midgand for generations.
People refer to them as the royal family's hidden dagger. Unlike me, you never hear good rumors about them. They say behind the royal family's glory lies blood and tears shed at the hand of the Capelus family.
But those are just rumors. Although I do know that in recent times, the Count had stood against the rise of the Abbey.
I couldn't care less about the whereabouts of some noble. But we should be careful of the demon that took out all those exorcists.
Yeah, it sounds like a worthy opponent.
I wouldn't go to Laban Tunnel. A nasty demon called the Beast of Blades wanders around there. Now and again, someone will tell me they've been to the far continent, but those are just fish stories. We don't know how far off it is or in what direction, let alone have a route. There's no way anyone could find such a place. Such a feat would be impossible. Not exactly. All you need is some guts, some knowledge, and a crew with a death wish. Oh, you need a wife so bad. You and me both. Dad, are you seriously thinking about getting married again at your age? I love horses, so beautiful, so powerful, and they fight like an extension of my own will. Indeed, it may be improper to say, but they're different from simple tools like Malakim. Sorry, but I don't know of a medicine that can help. Some would call it a curse rather than a sickness, just like Daemonblight, we have no cure. Is that so? Okay, bad news. I lost a bit of footage because I forgot to hit the record button, but I didn't really do much. There's really only one chest I found so far. It's all the way at the end of this room here. It's just a floric paper, which I already have way too many copies of. Yeah, this one exactly. Nope, not exactly exciting at this point in the game. And we're actually pretty close to the entrance. Just take a look at this map. It just connects to Burnak Plateau. Right, the fastest way to get there is to teleport to Loegres and then walk all the way down to here. Yeah, let's return to Burnak Plateau just to show you. Yeah, see, it's this vine here that you have to climb down. And you just go into here, and then you're in the dungeon. $17.50 gold. Got Panacea bottle. Okay. Therapy cat obtained. Huh? Where is this? Life bottle. Chamomile. Okay, see the enemy. It's 2 chests.
Woo! It's a biggie! Check check out the hide on that one.
Oh god, poison break.
3 swipes.
3? More like 1,000, I bet. This isn't the time to be kidding around, you guys.
I'm not kidding here.
See this? Infernal Torrent!
Armor Crusher! Go to! Laphicet's Fury! Break it, Photon! Shooting Star!
Infernal Torrent!
Eat it! Up! Hurricane! See this? Hold stuff! Deception!
Infernal Torrent!
See this? Watch it! Roach's Fury! Deception! See this?
Infernal Torrent!
Hurricane!
Devour! Infernal Torrent!
Crusher!
Crown Fire! Finish! Rock Strike! Infernal Torrent! Heaven Trap! Devour! No mercy! Wounds that will shield! Carving the flesh! Lethal pay! Now, rise! Arise! Ascending! Angel!
Killing Flash! Behold the arts of my ancestors! Sun-Gift style! Aaron! Ready to die? Whatever comes next. This is just the first step. To kill you! Howling Dragon!
Here comes! The Light of Virtue! The Dark of Vice! Joining Chaos! Chaos Bloom! Here it comes! Resound! Arise! Become the Blade of Destruction! Frostbond! Rise!
There are none who can resist my spear!
Guarded quite a bit, but that was not enough to beat me. Defender Ventite. Hit defend during a mystic art. Victory under status elements, no wonder. Even though I did get a pretty crazy combo going there at the end.
We won.
I wasn't good enough.
What do you mean? That demon was really strong.
I don't mean the demon. I mean me. If Shigure were here, he'd have sliced it clean in half.
But you use shorter dual blades rather than just one bigger one like him, so of course...
No. He'd have done it with a shorter blade, too.
You can't be serious.
He's right. I think Shigure might really be capable of that.
Yeah. He's done it before.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't mind. You want to know more about my clan?
Yeah.
Well, as the eldest son, Shigure became head of the clan and ran things for a while. But 3 years ago, a rumor started floating around that he was planning an insurrection, and our lord immediately called for his execution.
Sounds like he doesn't waste any time.
Shigure never particularly cared about our lord to begin with. All he ever respected was personal strength.
Then did your lord send you to do the job?
Yeah. The only thing that can take down a Rangetsu swordsman is another Rangetsu swordsman. I thought I could handle it. I knew his every trick and had the time and place all planned out. But when it happened...
You got your ass beat.
Yeah. He made a fool out of me. I came at him with a greatsword, and he just used a small one. All the training I'd done, I couldn't land a hit on him.
A rude awakening if there ever was one.
Damn straight. I couldn't deny it. Shigure cast aside my greatsword and just laughed. Train harder, he told me. I was so frustrated by my weakness, my inexperience. So much so that I wanted to end my own life. So much so that I turned into a demon.
Rokuro.
In the end, Shigure escaped, and I was arrested for failing to perform my duty and sent to the prison island.
And the rest, as they say?
So you regret not being able to kill your brother. Huh.
I know it sounds crazy, but that's just who I am.
I'm not here to judge you. I'm just using you for my own purposes. As long as you fight my enemies, that's all that matters.
That's the plan. That's what I do best as a demon.
Yeah, I need to report this one. It actually has lower defense than the... no, it actually does have higher defense, but still, I feel it has less hit points, so I managed to kill it anyways. Yep, turning off Mystic Arts into strategy really did help. Allows me to just use them all at once for a massive weak hit combo. Dinner Bottle. Death Ward. I actually already got one from Loegres because the gold chest restocked for some reason. Standing before you are the impregnable gates of Vortigern, the Seagate Fortress. The honor of this place will stand eternally. None shall pass unwarranted through force or guile. So there's no way for us to re-enter this place? I still need to farm some old equipment from this area, because they don't drop unless you have the correct party members, which we didn't have the first time around, which kind of sucks. Okay, bad news is I can't get back into Vortigern, which means I can't get the wall man. Civilians are allowed here. Move along immediately. Okay, I can report this in. 3,500 gold.
Man, the capital sure is big.
Yeah, with historical buildings and artisans and all, there's much of interest here for a boy who loves to learn.
Uh-huh.
Sightseeing's nice and all, but don't wander off and get lost.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Don't worry about him. He can take care of himself.
I know. I was just saying.
To all warriors, I have this to say. Those who fail to enhance their equipment shall never see victory. Laziness can lead to a sore punishment, believe me.
You look like travelers. I have some good news for you. The restrictions on travel to the Aldina Plains are going to be lifted soon. The road's opening back up!
So, that's the latest word on the streets?
Ha! I see what you did there.
I try to liven things up around here.
Well, ever since Lord Artorius became the shepherd, demon attacks have gone down. The world's filled with hardships, but perhaps things are starting to go in the right direction.
Perhaps. The demons who nearly destroyed Helives are still skipping about on the loose, though.
What?
And just the other day, a village near Salt was destroyed by the Daemonblight. Guess the capital doesn't mind, though.
What?
Don't worry about it. Your shepherd and the Abbey are going to save the world, right?
Listening to you has kinda gotten me all nervous again. If you hear any other scary stories, let me know, please.
I've got one with fresh blood, melted bodies. Oh, maybe that tale about the demon doll that comes alive!
If you're going to waste time, we're leaving you here.
Well, that's enough of this detour then. Sorry to be such a drag.
Wait! That doll one sounded really cool!
Demon attacks are slowing down, aren't they? That's what the Abbey says anyway. Oh, I know you. You're that magical menagerie or something, right? That's how you get away with walking around dressed like that, isn't it? I know people need entertaining at this gloomy time, but you do well to keep in mind your modesty. You won't stay young forever. Ideally, I'd like to let the dogs run to their heart's content outside the walls, but yeah, there are demons out there, so we can't very well go outside. Nobody likes it, but rules are rules. I know, I can't help but feel sorry for the poor mutts. Why should they suffer because of our rules? So they don't turn into demons, I guess. I just heard the most disturbing rumor that Praetor Eleanor has turned against the Abbey. An exorcist? Why would any of them turn traitor? They say she now aids demons. No sound person would even consider such a thing. Disgusting. She's worse than a traitor. She's an enemy of mankind.
What's with this crowd?
Modulu's troupe just put on a real show. Man, it was the best. Her dancing was every bit as great as I'd heard.
Wow, the Modulu?
Surely you mean Mogilu. Has my time to bask in fame finally come at long last? No, we're talking about Mogilu, not Mogilu.
You know, Lulu, the famous dancer? She actually goes by the majestic Lulu, but everyone calls her Modulu.
Just watching the beauty of her dance, you can't help but feel like maybe everything's gonna turn out okay in the world.
Sounds like a pretty cheerful act she has.
Cheerful? This is all a ripoff! She's just trying to pass off as Magilu's menagerie and profit from our good name!
What good name? We don't actually perform anything.
I was planning on getting started eventually, but now this con artist comes along and ruins everything!
Just rebrand.
I can't just ignore that, you know.
It's Magilu! You did great today, Magilu. I loved it.
Thank you so much. But according to my teacher, I still have a long way to go. I'll work hard to do better next time, so I hope you'll come see me.
Magilu's teacher is a dancer named Balta, whose immense talent brought him all the fame in the world. But Balta suffered a tragic injury that took him forever from the stage, and now Magilu was working hard to carry out his dream.
So, you're Magilu then?
I am. My teacher and I work really hard to put on performances that'll leave a lasting impact. And I refuse to let anyone call me a phony.
Oh? And how do you propose to stop me? Taking it to the stage and seeing which one of us can better hold a crowd?
Yes. That's just what I was hoping for.
Lulu, don't go around picking petty fights.
But sir, this woman, she...
You should know better. If you have the energy to spare spitting vitriol at people, you should refocus that anger into moving your body. If you need to express yourself, do it on the stage.
Yes, sir. You're right. Teacher, is the pain acting up again?
It's no matter. What does pain compare to losing the ability to dance? Anyway, what matters is how you're holding up.
I'm fine, sir.
Good. Then let's head back and practice some more.
He seems strict. He does. But keep in mind that Balta recognized her talent at a young age. He even adopted her so he could pass on everything he knew. He might be strict, but only because he believes in her.
You sure know an awful lot about them.
I'm sort of a fan of theirs, you could say.
A teacher and his student, chasing after the same dream. What a sweet little story they have. That's why I think it's high time for Magilu's menagerie to put on a show. And for our act, we'll be a comedy duo.
Comedy? Where'd you get that idea?
You heard me propose a challenge to little Magilu, right? But not one of you knows a single acrobatic trick.
Sorry. Don't apologize. You couldn't have seen this coming.
Well, you could act like you feel a little bad at least. Now, normally I'd make you guys do something flashy like jump through a ring of fire, but I'll be magnanimous and let you do comedy instead. With comedy, I can take control of the stage and keep things lively. I can feed you the audience on a platter.
But going on the same stage as Magilu, it's too much to handle.
Oh, I can't wait to take her down a peg or two.
I'm out. I don't even know why you're bothering. It's hopeless.
It's not hopeless. Plus, if we do well, we'll be raking in the dough. What better opportunity do we have to get started than now? After all, people will come thinking we're Magilu's troupe.
You're sure eager to profit off of her good name.
That's exactly the material I want. Keep throwing out such zingers and the audience will be in stitches.
I'm not sure I follow, but okay.
The only thing getting thrown out is gonna be you.
You know, I think you could pull off being the straight man in our act.
What? Keep your compliments to yourself.
This plan might sound dumb, but more money never hurts.
Eisen, not you too.
Then it's settled. Now we just need to book ourselves a few gigs. I've got an in with all the stage directors in town. For now, I think everyone should pair up so we can figure out just what sort of comedy chops you all have. Everybody?
Even me?
Certainly. Each one of you is a part of Magilu's menagerie, after all. I'm not so sure about this.
A bunch of villains that call themselves Ifrit's pirates are running rampant across the seas. How can they allow themselves to cause their fellow men such suffering in these desperate times? That makes them worse than demons, if you ask me. You're right, I hope to see them hang one day. Oh, you have to hear this. I just met Praetor Oscar. He had a scar in his face, and he was all bandaged, but he laughed and said he was fine. He seemed so nice, not to mention strong. I just want to squeeze him. Even with a guy like me around. A dancer's greatest opponent is her own body and the hearts of her audience. If you cannot communicate with them, you're a mere busker, and they but mere onlookers. I'll never forget this lesson.
Whenever I hear Magilu's name, I can't help but think of Magilanica.
Magilanica? Who's that?
Oh, she's just a girl who worked as part of the freak show. Talked to spirits nobody else could see.
That's her, all right. She had many mysterious powers, like moving things without touching them and divining where people would find lost objects. For a time, people called her the Little Witch. She was pretty popular.
Thanks to her, the rest of the troupe took in plenty of cash. Or so I hear.
Yeah, but eventually they took it too far, and the kingdom tried them for heresy. I hear Magilanica was subjected to really brutal torture.
True fact. Everyone knows this story.
Well, I've never heard it.
That's not too surprising. It all took place when I was a young woman myself.
Remind me, Magilu. How old are you again?
What? How old would you say I am?
Well, from your reaction, I can at least tell you're not my age.
The land Eastgen, Northeast Midgen have seen massive shifts in the past few centuries. Whole mountain ranges have sunk their necks in the sea to become island chains, and countless towns and ruins now sleep beneath the waves. Mountains can turn to islands. That's right, the Isles of Lake Haven were all once mountains. Neat, I'd like to see them. I'd like to too, but the area is covered by constant thunderstorms, so the ships can't get close. That's why they're sometimes called the Thunder Isles. We're gonna be having Loegres stew tonight. The standard here in the capital. Not only is it tasty, but it'll put hair in your chest too. Oh, you don't want hair in your chest? Well, neither do I, but I still like it, so give it a try. Crap, I left my key in my room again. Why did the city have to invent and implement automatic locks at inns? Think about the dates and locations of the demon attacks. The scoundrels must be using a ship. It's the only way, which means they might be getting help from pirates. Our duty is maintaining the security of the capital. Let's stay focused on that. You're right, it was out of line.
When will the High Priest return to us?
Keep this between us, but I heard Lord Gideon was killed by demons.
Surely that's not true.
It most certainly is true. Hey, shh, they'll hear you.
I know someone who works in the palace, and he said the demon was a girl with the head of a wolf and the body of a gorilla.
But how could a demon have gotten into the palace?
Apparently, there was a power struggle among the higher-ups, and Gideon's enemies snuck the demon into his villa. They say that's why people sometimes heard terrifying screams coming from the place.
Oh, is the demon still there?
No idea. Rumor says she escaped, but I wouldn't worry. There's no way she'd stick around here.
That's what you think. She's right here, so you'd better watch out.
Stop messing around already.
I can't believe there are people squabbling over authority at a time like this. That's just putting your own desires before the needs of the many. Exactly, if they just turn the reins over to the shepherd, there'd be no problem. I'm looking for new band members. Let's enjoy our youth together through music. This is perfect. I've been obsessed with music lately. Great, I have a feeling we'll make some wonderful tunes together. Be cautious, there are real guards on duty too. Ever since the shepherd gave his speech, Artorius has been praying every day. Yeah, I'm gonna do what Lord Artorius says. He's such a great man. He is, isn't he? Why, if I were 10 years younger... Alas, but High Priest Gideon has passed away. The rumors were true. He died because he succumbed to a sudden illness. He had exhausted himself through all his efforts for the church. Goodness, another day spent waiting for hours. I suppose the great Empyrean must have a hard time listening to so many prayers. Perhaps people really are incapable of understanding one another. Wait a minute, weren't you at the islands in Southgand? I'm gonna pray extra hard to the Nominat today. I'll pray for world peace. And for rare exorcist cards. I know these are troubled times, but I can't help but worry. Is it safe to let the people's love for the shepherd grow out of control like this? If powerless nobles are in control, the country, even humanity itself, is in danger. I think it's high time we face reality. I am facing reality, but what if planned in tradition? You wouldn't know it from how peaceful it is here at the capital, but Northgard and Westgard have it rough. The demons plague them endlessly. I pray the people of those lands are able to rebuild their lives quickly. I've sent supplies and money to help, but I feel praying is the best thing I can do for them. Great Imperial Nominat, please bring salvation to this humble servant. I beseech you to suppress the blade of the demons. Please bring salvation to your humble servants. Grant this family your divine protection, O greatness. Listen, what if we got a cannon? Do you think we could beat the demons then? If you could hit him, sure. But cannons are weapons designed to attack and defend fixed positions. Demons move quickly and strike unexpectedly, so it'd be difficult targets. I'm afraid the exorcists are by far the better option.
The nights are so cold of late. It's gotten harder to get flamestone, too.
I hear the port at Helives is at a near standstill. No matter how much flamestone they mine from Mount Killerhouse, they can't get it shipped out. I'm sure the Abbey is aware of the situation. It's not just us who are suffering. We have to endure.
Times like these is when we need to practice Lord Artorius' teachings. The many outweigh the individual.
Exactly. I'm sure Lord Artorius will think of us soon and send aid.
He doesn't give a damn about any of you.
How dare you!
The many outweigh the individual, right? Artorius wants to save humanity as a whole. Your individual troubles aren't important to him.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Aren't we part of the whole he wants to save?
What happy fools.
Sorry about that. She didn't get to see his speech, so she's been taking it out on everyone around her.
Really? What a troublesome kid.
But really, that speech was incredible.
The many that Lord Artorius talks about just means others. Only humans are capable of sacrificing themselves for the sake of others. It's a force, a power if you will, and one that only humans possess. For the sake of others, it's imperative that you use reason to suppress your personal feelings. Don't sulk so loudly that other people can't listen to a speech. I heard about a shadow network in the capital undermining the Abbey's work. I'm gonna root those lowlifes out and report them. Now that's a plan I can get behind. Let's head down to the tavern and work out a good snare for them over some grub. But that's where they work. I've heard that demons have ruined so many crops that soon they'll have to start rationing food. Adults will be able to suffer through it, but what about growing children? I'll be just fine. It doesn't matter if we're hungry, as long as Mommy and I are together. We can't be selfish, right? That's right, sweetie. You give me such courage, you do. Malachim are seriously creepy. They do whatever the exorcists controlling them say. It makes them seem like tools instead of living creatures. I know exactly what you mean. I'll stick to dogs and cats, thank you very much. Do you hear? The Abbey was attacked in Southgate and at Loegres. But for some reason, Artorius is trying to conceal it from everyone. Some shepherd he is. He's just another greedy lot trying to grab power wherever way he can. Everything at the villa is fine. There's nothing to be alarmed about. I swear I've heard it. There was a terrible cry from the villa. It wasn't human, that's for certain. What is the Abbey doing in there? I haven't heard any such reports. Are you sure it wasn't just a bad dream? It's a time of suffering for everyone. I have to do my part to help ease it. We all do, but I thought my heart was cold ashes, but the shepherd's words have lit a flame within me.
Eleanor, I need you to wait outside. The boss of the Bloodwings knows an exorcist is with us, but...
Say no more. I'm sure they have clients who wouldn't appreciate their faces being known to the Abbey.
Correct. Laphicet, you stay with Eleanor.
Okay.
I'll be back soon.
My thanks for coming all this way. It's been a while. Would you care for a peach pie?
What do you want?
Oh, it would do you good to unwind every now and again, you know. Stretch a bow too far and its string is bound to snap.
What do you want?
I would like you to escort this person out of the capital.
Something smells about this. Literally. Where am I taking them?
Somewhere the authorities can't reach them.
Sounds nice. I could do with such a place myself.
No joke. We've been looking for a place to lay low, but we haven't had any luck yet.
Well, come to think of it, I've heard a rumor that it's been a while since the Abbey has had any contact from Titania.
The prison island.
Titania? But I thought the Abbey was in direct control of that place. Has the situation there gotten that bad since you left?
Sometimes the answer is right under your nose. I think it might work.
Yeah, could make a decent hideout, actually. The Therions could definitely get their fill of malevolence there.
And the Abbey is far too goody-goody to imagine an escaped prisoner would ever return to her prison by her own free will.
At the very least, I'd say it's worth checking out.
I take it our intel has proven useful.
It has. But before we go, have you heard anything about the Abbey harboring demons?
I'm aware there was a demon in the villa, and that it has been relocated.
Where?
I can't say right this moment, but I'm sure we will find out shortly.
All right, then in exchange for this passenger's safety, I want more information on that demon.
You've got a deal. Eisen, I heard about your confrontation with Melchior. I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you find him.
Yeah, you really blew that one, Toots.
It's fine. What's done is done.
Have you given up on finding Eifried?
No, I haven't. The crew and I will do whatever we can to quash the Abbey's plans. We do them enough damage, and the Abbey ought to start thinking about putting their hostage to good use. They'll set him up as a trap for us, and that's when we'll steal him back.
Attacking the Abbey to create an opening for his escape.
Clever.
It's what Eifried would do. That's all.
They're taking a while.
Yeah.
The Shepherd has a special mission for you. You are to protect the Malak Laphicet and bring him to the Loegres Abbey headquarters.
What's wrong?
Hey, you want to take a walk around the capital for a bit? I can show you some of the sights.
But,
You can't trust me. I understand.
No, it's not that. I promise. I'd love to go sightseeing with you, Eleanor.
Laphicet.
That's kind of getting in the way.
Well,
Sorry.
we'll do it another time, okay?
Why?
It's just, you know, Velvet would get mad at us.
Get mad about what?
Ah, you're done. And who is this?
A VIP entrusted to us by the head of the Bloodwings. We're stowing them away on Titania where the bad guys can't get at them.
The prison island? Just who is this person?
Didn't ask.
What?
Hey, something smells nice.
Huh?
Stop sniffing things. We're leaving.
Who is that caped man?
I do not know, but his hawks seemed extraordinarily well trained.
Trained to hunt, maybe?
I'd imagine. It takes a great deal of time and money to train a bird like that. What is it?
I smell something nice.
Indeed. The scent is somehow familiar. It can't be.
What are you two sniffing at?
Aha! They're bloodhounds on the hunt!
But we're talking about hawks hunting, aren't we?
Come again?
Oh, I'm sorry. Please excuse my poor manners. I can't believe you take a job without bothering to ask who you're escorting or why.
The less you know, the less trouble you invite.
City attracts so many people because it's safe. Still, you shouldn't wander around at night. This is it. This is really it. First Midgard, then the whole world. We're going to change the pace of music. Can't hear a thing. Especially not the sound of cats. Gather around, dear friends. Tonight we celebrate once more. All sorts of rumors involving you come in. We spice them up before we spread them further. That'll keep the enemy guessing. Please take care of the Hawkman. The information you need. It'll be delivered soon, I promise. I have word that Oscar, the prayer you thrashed so soundly, has been called home. Apparently, Teresa has something personal against you and is investigating you on her own. The exorcists are late. How long is this talk with Prince Percival going to last anyway? I can't bring myself to say it. I won't say it. Do you know what's in Loegres stew? Well, you don't want to. Huh? I didn't know the king's condition had gone that far. He's older than he used to be, so it's not entirely unexpected. So if reliable men like the shepherd and the prince to take up his torch, he should feel at ease. I got permission to travel at night. I wish you luck in your task. Apparently we have some nightlife in the city again. People feel safer with all the guards around. That's true, but if you get too wild, you can bet the Abbey won't like it one bit.
Could you fit my comedy act into tonight's show? I'm still breaking in my new partner, but I can carry the act. I'd appreciate you squeezing us in.
For you, Maggie dear, I'll do it as a personal favor, but you get 200 flat. No expenses, no per diem.
Oh, come on, don't be so stingy.
It gets worse. Our headliner is doubling up after, and the opener flubbed their lines and lost us minutes.
Playing deuce for a cold house? Well, all right, them's the breaks.
What the hell are you even saying?
I'm saying we're going on, and you're my straight man.
What? You are serious?
I'll take care of the actual funny bits. Just act like you always do and we'll be fine. Bonus points if you toss the men in the audience a glare of contempt every now and then. Just trust me.
Oh, hold on. This is all happening so fast. I'm not sure I'm ready for...
You'd better get ready, because the curtain's going up. Hi there! We're Moggy and Val, your lovely comedians for today! Magicazam! We're still new to the comedy business, but we'll do our best to give you a memorable show. Now, I'm Moggy, the bright, beaming one in the pair, while my moody little partner here is... Hey, what's wrong, Val? Everything okay? You need to put some energy into this, or we're in trouble. Come on, if you've got one redeeming feature, it's your moxie.
That might be, but this is different.
I can see you're going through something right now. All right, let's take a deep breath together. Excuse us for just one moment. Velvet, what are you doing? We're losing the audience.
I can't help it. I've never talked in front of such a big crowd before.
Wait, don't tell me you've got stage fright?
So what if I do?
That's so unlike you. Just pretend that you're fighting some nasty exorcist and give it some gusto.
Easy for you to say. I'm embarrassed out here.
Don't be such a girl.
I am a girl.
That's it. Just do that, but project your voice.
I can't, and I don't want to.
You're a comedian. You have to. Where's your passion for your newfound art?
I'm not one, and I've never had any.
No, I can see it within you, deep down, the burning passion of a true artist at heart.
I've had enough! I can't do this with you!
Sorry, folks. Show's over.
Well, you've certainly shown me something new. A comedy team that just stands on stage whispering to each other.
We're going for a brand new comedic style. So, what did you think?
Don't quit your day job.
That's what I thought.
Oh, now she plays the straight man.
Maggie and Val, huh? Don't quit your day jobs. Ships used to always be coming and going here, so it was a port that never slept. It's not like it used to be, but I'm glad you can hear a bit of wreck on the sea breeze at night again.
This is bullcrap. You're gouging us just because you can.
Well, if you want to pay less, maybe you should go find someone more generous,
Looks like they're at it again.
What was that? Some kind of mass hypnosis.
Huh? What's happening? Benwick, snap out of it! Benwick!
Huh? I was haggling for supplies, and...
Tell you what, I'll give you a fair price. Actually, just take what you need. We should all endeavor to help contribute to the common good of humanity, rather than selfishly pursue wanton profit.
What? Are you sure?
No. Wait. What was I saying?
You felt that too, didn't you, kiddo?
Yeah, it disappeared, but I felt a strong force coming from somewhere to the north.
It's called a domain. A Moloch zone of influence.
Wait, if it's north of here, then...
The Empyrean's throne?
Did that happen because of something Innominat and Artorius did?
I don't know.
I've got a bad feeling about this. We should get far away from here, and quickly.
So, the suppression.
I'm terribly sorry about what happened earlier. I don't know why I'd do something like that.
Well, that was certainly off-putting. But our job with Tabitha comes first. And we need a hideout soon, too.
True enough.
Are you alright, Grandma? You were mumbling about something. Oh, what was I saying? It was... Actually, I can't really remember. I'm sorry, I must have spaced out for a second. I think I must be working too hard.
Hey, geezer, you alright? What nonsense are you spouting, youngin'?
That's one spirited old man.
Well, it's just that you suddenly got all polite on me, and you were all like, "Oh no, good chum, worry not about your debt to me." I thought I said stop spouting nonsense. It's not nonsense. You did say it. I heard you say it.
He did, but we were all acting strangely. You said, "After you, fine sir." And I said, No, I simply couldn't. You first, dear friend. There's no way in hell I would ever let you go first.
Come to think of it, that's right. But he said not to worry about our debts, and now he's taking it back? That's inhuman, cruel, ruthless.
They lost control of themselves, but still have their memories. Maybe something was manipulating them.
What in the world happened to us?
I don't get it, but what I do get is that he said we don't owe him nothing. So my debt to you is off, right, old man?
Same here, same here.
Shut your traps. I'd be flat broke if I let you knuckleheads off the hook. Now shut up and pay up.
Something really strange happened here.
Seems so. And I think this is just the beginning of it.
Listen, if you don't hurry up and pay your bill, I'll double it. Hey, that's not fair. Just wait till the Abbey hears about this. Haha, he's got a spy on him, that's for sure. When though? What was I doing? Am I starting to go senile? I'm wondering the same thing myself. Was I saying anything strange? Sorry for spacing out. There, I'm fine now. Titania front docks, the only place we can go. Are in the zones.
Alright, we're safely on the rolling waves. Don't you think it's time you showed us your face, mystery monk?
You're right. My apologies.
I knew it! Prince Percival!
Percival Ilmid Asgard, crowned prince and heir to the throne of the Midgand Kingdom.
So he's next in line, is he?
It looks like someone already had me figured out.
Yes, Your Highness. I could tell from your fragrant wood scent, as only the royal family may wear it. But if I may ask, why?
Must I explain myself to gain your aid? I myself could ask what an exorcist is doing consorting with members of the underworld.
I don't...
It doesn't matter why you're here. On this ship, you're here for us to use to our advantage.
Treat me as you will. It's not like I can ever go back.
For a fellow born with silver spoons spewing out of his mouth, Princey Pooh's rather laid back.
Prince Percival is an upstanding man, renowned for both his intelligence and his fair, just demeanor. It's widely believed that with him on the throne, Midgand's prosperity will continue and...
Look, I played dumb earlier, but I smelled that scent too. He wore it for us to notice. He wanted us to know just what sort of position he held, and how useful he could be to us.
He surprised me, at least.
Do you think we're being led into another trap?
We definitely can't take that possibility off the table.
When the time comes, he'll make a good hostage, if nothing else.
Not if the ones we face are after his life, too.
For now, let's just make sure we keep an eye on him.
The prince. He said he couldn't go back.
I wonder why.
We may have stopped somewhere, too.
The whole island's a prison. It's like a secret fort or something.
Weirdly quiet, though.
Yeah, I don't see a single exorcist on watch.
Let's scope out the inside.
Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Tales of Berseria. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.